I said I would do this. This is the first time I've ever done an unboxing or anything. Or a review. I'm going to be unboxing today a brand new 2020 Epiphone Les Paul Custom in the classic Randy Rhoads Alpine white. What we'll be doing, let me just get something I can rip into this with. I used to have a little tool on here for that. Oh, it looks like I don't anymore. That's okay. So I don't recommend this. This is using a key to open your box. Sorry, I bumped the mic there. I'm kind of excited. I really want to know what this is going to be like. So we got, and this is from Sam Ash. Got bunches of packaged 100% pure factory oxygen and probably some nitrogen and hydrogen in there as well. Okay, so that's all the protective stuff. Here's the secondary box. Okay. Getting used up here. Alright. So this is the 2020 Epiphone box for their new guitars. They don't come with a hard shell case. I have one already that I can use with this one, so I didn't get the Epiphone one. Alright, so here we go. There we go. Goodness. So let's take a look here at what we got. Here's the inside of the box without taking anything out of the plastic. I'm excited. Okay, so it comes wrapped in like a cheesecloth with information on the Graphtec nut, information on the Grover tuners that come with this. Alright, now I hear that all Epiphones and Gibsons ship in tune, or they're supposed to. Not sounding like it necessarily from what I'm hearing so far, but oh, there's additional case candy. Okay, so you got your guarantee from Epiphone. Has some, let's see, just a little bit from the about loving your instrument from the founder of Epiphone. That's Epi Paulo. I'm sorry for ruining your name there. Get a nice little sticker for my car, obviously. And they give me a nice little poster. Oh, it has all of the new Epiphones, looks like. You know, just about anyway. Oh no, this is the older one. Okay, so this must be a 2018 case information thing. Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's still neat. I'll keep it. And an owner's manual. In case you don't know how to guitar with your guitar, I got the owner's manual. Alright. I think that's all for the case candy stuff. And here we are. If you take a look at that beautiful new headstock, the genuine ebony fingerboard, unlike previous Epiphone Les Paul Customs that had the rosewood or the pau faro. Alright. And it's supposed to ship in tune. I can tell that the action's a bit high, but that's just normal. I usually keep it very, very low. Nope, not in tune at all. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the little bits of plastic off of this, and I'm going to tune this up, set it up a little bit, and I'm going to play it, and you can hear it. And then, what I'm planning on doing, after playing it in its stock form, I plan on swapping out the Hot Rodded Humbucker set from Seymour Duncan. That's the JB and the Jazz. This is clearly, as probably everyone that buys this particular model, this is clearly a homage to Randy Rhoads with his Alpine white with gold hardware and black trim and the ebony fingerboard there. It's only a 12-inch radius, which is a little bit rounded for shreddy stuff, but it looks nice. It is very high quality. Yep, doesn't feel like there's any dead spots. Yeah, it doesn't feel dead anywhere, just out of tune. Needs a little bit of a setup. But it is nice. Oh yeah, and they started stamping the serial numbers just like Gibson's now. Handcrafted in China. But we will see how she plays. Alright. So, I am here to review this new 2020 Gibson Les Paul Custom in Alpine white. It is a beautiful thing. We have the new headstock from Epiphone. Yeah, everybody seems to like it. I think it suits this one especially well. It's got the ProBucker 2 and ProBucker 3 from the factory in the device, which is kind of a low output PAF style pickup, more like say around 9 ohms resistance for the bridge, and about a little bit less than 8 for the neck. It's very smooth. Everything, all of the frets are well smoothed out. There's no sharp edges, no high frets. I was able to crank down this action pretty tight, and not a single dead note. It is a beautiful finish. Everything is nice. Everything is gorgeously put together. It's a lot better than a lot of Epiphones of old. This particular year, again, it's a little bit special because of the new headstock, and also for the last maybe 1 or 2 years, they've been putting this real ebony fretboard on the Customs, whereas the old Epiphones had the rosewood. I think that makes all the difference in the world. I am a huge proponent of ebony. I feel like it gives a better attack sound. It gives it's a little bit snappier. It feels smoother to the touch when you're bending, more dense. It feels like it's vibrating more, I guess. They say that the fretboard material is one of the most important parts of your tone, and I've always loved to have ebony under my fingers. It's got medium jumbo frets. It's got the 60s slim taper style neck, not the big fat honker, but it is not weight relieved. It is a very hefty beast. And I hear that we're supposed to give some clean tones as part of the review. Clearly, this particular model is loved by a particular subset of guitar players for uh, very specific reasons. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you some tones. I'm going to start with cleans. I'm going to start with just going through my Laney head. There's a little bit of EQ on there, some reverb, but with an SM57 microphone, going straight into Logic over there. It's got, I think these are 10s from the factory. After I'm done showing you the cleans, I'm going to then switch over to doing some dirty, and then show you some of the licks and riffs that you really want to know how they sound with this one. And then what I'm going to be doing is a set of modifications. I'm going to be putting in a Seymour Duncan JB and Jazz set, which is very similar to the distortion jazz set that was in most of the guitars associated with the guitar player that used these exact models in Gibson, or at least one very special one. Yeah, here we go. A little bit of clean. That's the bridge, and here's the neck. And here's both. And I'll be right back with the dirty tones. Alright, so here we are back with the Les Paul Custom Epiphone. This is the 2020 again. Got a little bit more of a rockin' and rollin' tone now, and I'm about to show you a little bit of the Randy Rhoads that everybody wants one of these for. Sounds pretty good. I'm not huge into these pickups. They are great for bluesy, jazzy stuff, some clean things, maybe classic rock stuff. Again, these are more along the lines of PAF, so they're about, half the output of, say, a Seymour Duncan distortion, or JB, or about the half of the output of, like a super distortion or something. So it sounds good. It sounds creamy. It's got lots of sustain. It sounds big, but it's not exactly what I'm going for. So next up are the mods. I'm going to be ripping this apart, putting in some new pickups, plausibly some new electronics, and then we will go from there. And I'll review once I have the Seymour Duncans installed, and once they are so, and I've done the review, we will be at an ending point. But I will be right back. Alright. The dog's here to listen along. After doing all of the pickup replacement, this is again a Seymour Duncan JB and Jazz set. I was able to find the correct size gold-plated hardware for it, so it will match the rest of it and doesn't ruin the Randy Rhoads look of this guitar, which is kind of what I'm going for. Clearly, the look, the sound, the sustain of Randy's Alpine white guitar. So after doing that, I have a much more lively instrument than what it was. So with no further ado, I'll give you a little bit of playing action with a dirty sound on this. I did put the Zakk Wylde sized 10 to 60 strings on there as well, so it's a little bit different as far as string gauges. It's big and chunky at the bottom, which gives me a little bit of extra bass on it. But yeah, the guitar sounds amazing. It plays great. It's exactly like what I wanted from a Randy Rhoads instrument. Obviously, I need some strap locks. But other than that, it really plays exactly how I would want a Randy Rhoads kind of tribute instrument to play. The ebony fingerboard, the frets are perfectly level. The tone coming off of it is great. Dog. But you guys, I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy the tones, and I hope you enjoy the review. Again, everything's basically perfect for what I wanted it for, which was kind of a tribute instrument to Randy Rhoads, who was basically the person that inspired me to actually play guitar, like to really play guitar. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, let me know and I will address them. And we will the next instrument for review is going to be this one. This is a Gibson SG Gothic. Currently it has a Duncan Invader in the bridge position, and I have snagged a Tony Iommi signature pickup, which is a wild thing, and that's going in there. And I'm going to review that, and then after that, I have a special treat that is guitar related, but is not a guitar, and we will go on from there. But thank you so much, guys, and thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next video. Cheers.